We love our street foods in Nigeria, and every season always has a new street food buzzing on every corner. This season is corn season. Corn is also called oka in the Igbo dialect, and it's eaten with coconut or pear. Not the pear you're thinking of, but our own pear. I really don't know the English name, but it's called ube in Igbo, and it's delicious. Today we are going to go into the street and recreate one of Nigeria's favorite street foods, which is boiled corn, into a cake. So today we are making corn on a cob cake. What I have available today is an 8-inch square cake. This is what I have on ground, so this is what I'm going to use. This actually can give us 4 corns, but we're making only 1 today, so I'm just going to cut out a bit from this chunk of cake and then keep the remaining cake for a future project. So I think this size is okay. So we're just going to cut it out. And then we get to the business of transforming it to a corn. Now that we've cut off our chunk of cake, we are going to trim it down to the size of a corn. So I'm just going to put this skewer in here so that it minimizes all the touching. So first I want to taper the edges down. Remember, when you're working with cakes that you're trimming, a little first, remember, don't go knife crazy. Just take a little bit off at a time. Bear in mind the shape of what you're trying to get. It helps to look at a real corn if you have one available. Especially if it's corn season, like right now in Nigeria, it's corn season. So in every street corner, you're sure to find like 4-5 women selling either boiled corns or roasted corns with coconuts and pear. So we're just going to trim down. The end of the corn is kind of tapered down. So we keep trimming, we keep at it till we get our desired shape. Pretty much think I've gotten the shape I want, but let me just round it up a little. Trim. I think we are good here. Next we cover in buttercream. So now we cover in buttercream. Don't worry if it doesn't look smooth. We're going to cover in fondant. There are 2 ways to do this. You can actually start making the corn seeds and start placing them directly on the buttercream. But I won't do that. I would like to cover with buttercream first, so that if there are any holes in between the corn seeds, it won't be so obvious, because fondant of a similar color is already under. But you can skip that part and just go right onto the corn seeds. So now we are done with buttercream. I'm coating the corn and the cob. We're going to cover with fondant. Fondant is in the same shade as the corn seeds. And like I said earlier, I'm covering in fondant just to hide any holes that may show up when I begin to arrange the seeds. I'm rolling this as flat as possible because I'm going to still put the corn seeds on it, so we don't want it to be too bulky. We're trying to make it look as real as possible. So now we're just going to drape this with our fondant. It doesn't have to be smooth. We just want to cover it so that the seeds have something to stick to, and any holes that may develop afterwards will be covered. Cut away the excess. I'm going to be using a little bit of fondant towards the end of the corn. You know the end of a corn is tapered, and if I use cake, it's just going to break off. So it's better to just finish up with fondant. I'm just going to roll that like a cone, like so. So this is fine. I'm still going to cover it with the corn seeds. You know, the corn cob still has a stalk, so I'm going to put that. To get the corn seeds, we're going to use a beads or a pearl mold. I think that's what they are called. This can be found in any cake decorating store. And so we are going to roll, we're using egg yellow fondant. Let me call it corn yellow now. So we're going to roll that. We're going to push this in before we turn it over to release our mold. When we bring these out, so now we're going to shape them like corn seeds, because if we leave them round like this, they don't look anything like corn seeds. So you squeeze that in and then shape it out again. So you're going to do a lot of this, and then you can do them in 2s and in 3s or in 4s, whatever suits you. Just shape. Alright, doesn't need to be pretty, just make sure it looks like corn seeds. So when you have some seeds, you begin to arrange them on the cob. This is edible gum. You don't have to be straight, because no real corn is actually straight. They do have to stick together, however. So when I get towards the end of the corn cob, I'm not going to use the same size of corn seeds, because naturally on a corn cob, towards the end, the seeds become smaller, even as the corn cob becomes smaller. So we are going to be using this the smallest beads mold to get the corn seeds for the edge here. Just bear that in mind. So we are trying to arrange this so it looks as natural as possible. If you notice, right here we have different shades of yellow, of corn yellow, because a natural corn doesn't usually come in one shade. Most times the shades vary. So what we just did here was to get a dominant shade and then 2 lighter shades. This, if you look closely, it's kind of lighter than this. Let me put the 3 together so you can see. So these are 3 different shades, and so we're just going to mix it. There's usually a dominant shade and then specks of lighter shades here. So we're trying to make this look as natural as possible. That's why we have 3 shades of the corn seeds here. So we go back to arranging it and interchangeably putting different shades while we are arranging the corn rolls. You just want to go with the flow, whatever feels right to you or looks right to you, you just do that. There's no rhyme or reason here, just go with the flow. Now that was amazing. It's a little bit time consuming if I must say so myself, you know, having to bring out all the conceits, but the end result is always worth it. And now we move on to the fun part. I know I say every part is a fun part, but this is really the fun part. It's time to eat the cake or the corn. Thank you for watching till now. I'm sure you enjoyed what you watched. I want to thank you guys for watching all our videos. Thank you for the likes, thank you for the comments and the kind words. I am very grateful. I want to encourage you to subscribe to this channel. Also hit the notification button. That will let you know when we post a new video, so you're always one of the first people to watch it. Please help us grow this community so that we can have more fun people, do more fun cakes, you know, and have fun even in the comment section. Please don't forget to subscribe again. It's really important to me. Thank you guys so much for watching.